Let's do
Welcome
this.
to Barple Snaps.
Welcome to fat women.
Fat women.
Welcome to fat women.
Loose women.
No fat women. Well, what's the difference? Just checking the sentence.
Are loose women fat?
They're fat in content, if you know what I'm saying. Hey. When Captain's health gets low, press A. You can grab him and touch his ballsack. Give him a little wiggle down south, you know what I'm saying?
Crikey, I'm white.
That's racist, Darren.
The beasts are hunting nearby. Okay, so give me the lowdown on this game.
The beasts. So you're a guy. His family, I think it was like the Hand of Sauron, and he was like, oh no, I need to summon this wraith that you're currently seeing. Basically, he was trying to summon the wraith to give him the powers that you currently have. And so he had to do a sacrifice. He sacrificed your son and your wife and you, but unfortunately he didn't get it, he possessed you instead.
Okay.
And now you're trying to take down the Hand of Sauron. I'm not entirely sure where in the timeline this takes place.
Clearly,
I think it's during, like when they're... Because you encounter Gollum, so it's obviously while... It's during Frodo's time. I know that. Stab that dude.
something that I found from playing it on Rob's, every now and then you just accidentally like find a guy who's related
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
who's one of the
like captains or whatever.
Yeah, you find one of the captains, and I'm like, oh well, I just killed him. Cool, I guess. I suppose.
Did I tell you? Oh god.
Oh Jesus! Did you fucking see him eat shit on that second platform? He fucking his face. He was like, I can't. It's like that's a visual joke. It doesn't work. Just like they do on radio, you know, with all those visual jokes.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
No, you're supposed to go in stealth mode. Yeah.
Stealth. Ow.
Like a mouse. It's like you're never there.
Oh. Oh, I'm evil.
No, they're Uruks. Fuck them. They're not even Uruks. They're
Uruka.
not even
No, they are
Uruks.
actually.
No, they are Uruks. Yeah, they're Uruks.
Uruks.
Urukai are the cool-looking ones.
Come on, kill him. Okay.
Kill his fat ass. You're just like, what's up with it?
Dead.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my
you're out the
god.
way.
Shoot him in the... Jesus Christ!
So wobbly.
I'm so scared.
On who this guy is. I know everything about everyone except this guy.
I know everything about everyone except everyone.
What the fuck is on his head?
I'm a torch.
I am a torch.
Mother said I could grow up to be anything I wanted. So I became a light source.
I became a light source. I'm
It's a
gonna
shit joke.
die.
Good.
Like, I didn't feel that bad for Alan Wake, but now I feel awful for some reason. Okay.
Don't break the ruse, Darren.
Fuck.
No, you're fucked.
I accidentally pressed A.
Oopsies. Oh, great, you promoted him. Jesus, it just blew up his nostril.
Fucking nostril.
Look at them buggers.
Kaka. Titty Kaka.
Kaka goes broom broom. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
okay. Oh! And now he's become a fucking vagina.
Now he's a fish person. What's that green hand over here? Oh, it's a spear.
Promoted to having a bigger face. Just Cause 3.
Ow.
That came out.
Well, it's not out.
It's
but it
not
got
out. The
announced.
trailer out.
It's got announced, and it's been announced for a while.
The trailer's out.
Trailer is out, yeah. So it's coming sometime summer 2015. So that's PR talk for 2016. Because every goddamn game recently has been delayed. Ah, speaking of delayed games,
Oh, yeah.
Witcher 3.
Has that been delayed?
No, it has not been delayed, but it was one of the delayed games. It was one actually. It was said to be one of the launch titles, but instead, it's being released this year, soon actually.
Well, that's not that delayed. It's not like awful, then, is it?
Oh yeah, but considering the consoles came out in like 2013.
That's kind of delayed, like further.
Consoles came out something 20. Was it 2014? I think it was early 2014. This generation of consoles
Yeah.
came out.
When it properly came out.
And, well, like, that was delayed, and that looks okay. Oh, what the fuck? Oh god, oh Jesus, oh Jesus.
It looks very, very pretty.
Oh, it is very pretty, but that's what Project Red has always made. They've
Yeah.
always made pretty games. Or, not if not pretty games that have pushed technical boundaries.
Did they make, Crisis?
No, they did not, that was Crytek. Crytek
Well,
made Crysis.
They look like the new kind of Crisis, like you buy a Witcher 3 just to show off.
Oh no, it's definitely, I'd feel if I ever were to buy it, I don't know if, like, I'm particularly interested in Witcher 3, but
Yeah.
like if I were to ever to buy it, one of the reasons would definitely be a benchmark.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Because I remember playing Witcher 2 and I could barely run it.
I think it was a combination of the fucking goat man over here. The Thunderer. He's got big thighs.
Thunder isn't a word.
He's a Thunderer though. Shut up.
To say Thunderer implies to thunder. How do you thunder?
Well, I feel like that's what the beast women do.
They thunder.
The thunder thigh.
Thunderer? I haven't even met her!
Why would you? What? He was still chasing me. Jesus.
Alright. Not anymore.
I think it's, no, right, obviously. Because, like, as I said before, I never liked the combat in the second one.
The second one's combat was fucking awful.
I wouldn't say it's great.
It was clunky
The,
as shit.
the sword play was decent. The sword play was pretty good.
I hated how you had to drink potions before you went into a fight.
You can't drink them during, can you?
No.
No.
So you'd have to go into a fight, die, and then be like,
Realise.
oh, I'm going into that fight, I better drink my potions now, so I know that I'm going to have to drink them.
I mean, the menus, I probably said before, the menus in the game are really poorly designed. I mean,
Yeah.
anyone can just say, like, the inventory menu was atrocious.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Like, I don't think there was any mouse control for it, which is bizarre, considering that Project Red are renowned for their good PC ports. That,
I never used the mouse. I used the controller.
but like the way it was laid out, like you had your, like yeah, you had like each piece of equipment was allocated to a particular slot.
Yeah.
But then you had all of your items weren't just on one page; they were in subcategories, and going through those subcategories was really clunky. And like, there was no like the indication of whether you had something equipped or not wasn't really clear. But then the combat as well was awful because of the menus, because you'd have to navigate menus in order to do particular attacks. Like the magic is like the best example.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you had to do like if like they were like, oh, the fucking magic. I don't fucking know what I'm saying.
What I remember from the magic was it was just never very good.
They all seemed a bit naff.
They weren't useful at all. None of them did anything that was like...
You could get through most fights just using your sword.
Yeah, it was kind of the whole Fable. It was kind of backwards Fable, really.
What, like the magic? You literally didn't need anything else but magic in Fable.
Well, in Fable it was pretty much you only needed to use one thing. Everything was so overpowered that you could... I think it was the shooting was the most overpowered thing in Fable. You could literally go through the entire game just shooting people and you'd win. You didn't have to use a single other thing. You could just use shooting. and you'd do it.
Horrible games.
The second one was okay. I didn't mind it. Because that was the only one I played. Third one I hear is fucking awful.
Oh, I played it. I have the second one was never released on PC, but I have the first and the third one.
You're gonna have to go through it. They still have the loading screen to menu, don't they?
Yeah. They have a loading screen
How dumb.
It was such a fucking awful design flaw.
How did that... Like, who was like, yeah, that makes sense.
What do you think? Peter fucking Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux himself was like, yeah, we need
This
a
was
loading
good.
screen to menu.
Well, like, the menu itself was fundamentally flawed.
Oh, yeah.
The menu was a three-dimensional space. Why?
Interesting idea. That sounds fun.
It sounds good on
Interesting.
paper.
It's different.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. It's not good for gameplay, and if the bloody hardware doesn't support it, if you can't have like really like quick loading times, what's the point?
I wouldn't mind if it was like a if you had like a little start menu or something.
I mean, it was so. Not only was it fucking really cumbersome, but it was really poorly designed.
Like maybe if you went into this big room or whatever, just for like costumes or something.
Yeah, no,
Or
each
train.
room was allocated to a particular thing. Like, there was a room for dyes. There was a dye room. There was a room for pets. It was fucking useless.
But why couldn't you just make that a
atrocious.
house?
What do you mean?
I suppose that was the idea, because like you...
Oh, like, make it a house somewhere.
Yeah.
But that would be, that would, like, if you wanted to do a particular thing, you'd have to travel back to that area.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the levels in Fable 3 weren't areas, they were just glorified corridors.
Oh no.
Like, it wasn't a free roam game, it was just a, hey, you can backtrack, but they were all just corridors, essentially.
That's kind of the same with Fable 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same in all of Fable, I think. That's just the problem with Fable.
Fable's not it's not supposed to be it's a linear narrative-based RPG. There is backtracking, and you can explore each area, however you like, but most of it consists of just corridors.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Hey.